Hi friends, welcome to Network Cloud Technologies. So today we are going to learn OpenFiler storage. So here we are going to perform installation and management step by step. So agenda is OpenFiler installation, OpenFiler configuration, accessing OpenFiler, creating volumes and iSCSI targets. So let's begin with the OpenFiler installation. So these are the steps. So first of all, we have to create a virtual machine in the VMware workstation, install OpenFiler, add disks, restart OpenFiler, accessing OpenFiler. Now on the OpenFiler, we have to create the volumes, then create iSCSI targets and assign these iSCSI targets means your learns and IQN to the E6A host. So now in the VMware workstation, let's create virtual machine for the OpenFiler. So click on the My Computer DC2 file, new virtual machine. So new virtual machine wizard is there. So typical recommended. Click next. You don't have to choose any other option. So what the default is there, it's okay with us. So I will install the OS later. Next. Other 64-bit. It's okay. Next. So write the name like OpenFiler1. So I'm managing my all the virtual machines in the D drive. So let's create the same folder name in the D drive. So what is the name of the virtual machine? Same folder name we are going to create in the D drive. So it is OpenFiler1. Now select it. Okay. Now check the name and the folder name. It should be same. Click next. Now make it 15 GB. So store virtual disk as a single file. Select it. Now click next. Now finish. Now before powering on this virtual machine, so first of all edit virtual machine settings. So here we can manage the your hardware. So memory 256 MB, so it's okay. Processor 1, hard disk 15 GB, and CD/DVD IDE. So here we are going to give the ISO image, or we are going to map the ISO image. So browse it. Now downloads. In my download folder, I have got the images. So select the OpenFiler ESC -2.99.1 disk 1 open. Now network adapter. So put it to the host only. So all the virtual machines they are participating onto my host. Auto detect, remove it. Not required your sound card. So displays now it's okay. Now press OK and power on the virtual machine. Now press enter. So OpenFiler software, it is a Linux based. So here we have to provide the disk and partition it, and we have to configure the IP address and so on. Now click next. So it's about to choose the keyboard. So US English, it is okay with us. Now click next. So it's now giving a warning. So it is saying about the partition table. So would you like to initialize this drive erasing all data? Yes. Remove all partition on the selected drives and create default layout. Next. Now you have chosen to remove all the partition, all data on the following drives. Slash device means dev slash SDA. Are you sure you want to do this? Now click on yes. As you don't have much memory in this machine, so this machine it is going to create some kind of swap space. So click on yes. So now here we have to configure the IP address for this OpenFiler. So click on the edit. So enable IPv4 support, yes. So dynamic IP address, no. We are going to configure it manually. So put the IP address. So 10.0.0.102. So let's update this IP address in my notepad. So here in my here in this notepad I am just managing all kind of IP address. So OpenFiler already it is one, so I am going to choose second OpenFiler. OpenFiler 2 means it's 1 and 10.0.0.102, and default gateway. My AD server it is providing us like the default gateway and the DNS. So my default gateway it should be like 0.1 and DNS it should be like .1. So prefix means net mask. So just put 24. 24 means /24 means 255.255.255.0. So all the bits which are 1. So here 24 bits which are 1. So 24. Enable IPv6 port. We don't need IPv6 port, so deselect it. Now click OK. So what is gateway? It is 10.0.0.1. Primary DNS it is 10.0.0.1. This is the required IP address configuration. So we provided IP address, we provided the gateway and DNS. Now about the name. So manually, so host name it should be like OpenFiler1, OpenFiler1 dot. Our domain name is netprocloud.com. So put it netprocloud.com. So check the spellings. Now click on next. So here Calcutta Asia selected. So there it is, Asia/Calcutta. Now next. So root password. Now provide the root password. Confirm it. Now click on next. Next. Formatting/file system. Now transferring install image hard drives. Now here it will take some time, so sit back and relax. Now it's about to complete. Now press the reboot button to reboot your system. So click on the reboot. Press enter to continue. Now our OpenFiler is ESX installation has been completed successfully. So now it's booting up. Now it has booted, and so on the welcome screen it is showing the version 2.99.1, and it has the IP address 10.0.0.102 and how to access. So it is showing that we can access this OpenFiler using web browser. So it is saying that web administration GUI. So how to access? So simply we have to put the URL https colon and /10.0.0.102 colon 446. So 446 is the port number to access open filer slash, so then you have to press the enter. Now before continuing towards the configuration, add some disks onto the open filer. So for that, click on the open filer. Now right click, settings, then add. So choose hard disk. Next. So what kind of hard disk, SCSI? Now next. Create a new virtual disk. Now next. So I'm just going to give the 50 GB disk. Store virtual disk as a single file. Now next. Finish. Again add a disk. Add hard disk. Next. So choose the option SCSI recommended. Next. Create a new virtual disk. Next. Now give it to the 60 GB so that we can identify between 50 and 60 GB disks. Store virtual disk as a single file. Next. Finish. And now it's okay. So log in into open filer and just restart it. So open filer login, root with the password, root. Okay, now restart it. INET 0. Okay, now power on this virtual machine again. Press enter. So here you can also check. Now look at my cursor. So this is my cursor. Now here you can also check how many disks are there. So we have hard disk 15 GB, 50 GB hard disk, 60 GB hard disk, and ISO image is there, and network is there, and low messages are there. So well friends, so my open file it is working fine. Now we have mapped two more disks onto this, like 50 GB and 60 GB. So now further, now we have to access this machine using the web browser. Then we can, and we have to, or we can configure it further from the web browser, right? So just go to the web browser. So I'm just going to minimize it and go to my web browser. Now access it. So before continuing, so let's check the IP address and ping it. So ping 10.0.0. It is 101. Okay, now it's working fine. So let's check my IP address. So to this machine I have given 102. So ping on to 102. So ping 10.0.0.102. It's working fine. So now put the URL HTTPS. Okay, 10.0.0.102 colon 446 advanced. Proceed to 10.0.0.102. So well, it may take some time over here, so don't worry. Now username, open filer, and default password is password. Now it's working. Now go to services. So here we have to start some services like iSCSI target, enable it and start it. iSCSI initiator, enable it and start it. Enable it. Now it's up and running. Okay. Now here we are going to restart the open filer and go to system. So we can shut down from here also. So look at my cursor. I'm just on the left hand side upper corner. So sorry, right hand side upper corner. The shutdown. I'm hovering my cursor over here on the shutdown. So select shutdown. So we can also do the reboot. So reboot it like this. So friends, now we are again in the open filer. So now just go to volumes. So here we are with the system overview, iSCSI targets, FC targets, report bug, gets, sport, forums, admin guide. So now go to systems. Everything is okay. Okay, right. Now go to volumes. So now first step is create new physical volumes. So now we are going to create physical volumes. So like we have the volumes like slash device SDB, SDC, SDD. So in our case, so let's check it what the volumes are there. So from those volumes, we are just going to create new physical volume. Now see, so there are three disks are present like SDA, SDB, and SDC. So SDA, so it is meant for the MS-DOS. It's of 15 GB. So this disk it contains the swap space as well as it contains your data for the booting of this machine. So we can use for data stores like SDB and SDC. So from 50 GB SDB and 60 GB SDC, we are going to create the physical volume. So now click on the SDB. Scroll down. So mode is primary, partition type, physical volume, starting cylinder, ending cylinder is there 50 GB. Now just click on the create. Well, it has now created. So from SDB, we have created a volume, a physical volume, and 5% is free, which so this 5% is storing every bit of information that what we have done on the 50 GB of this volume, right? So now again go to your volumes. Go to your manage volumes, add volume. So one more volume is there. So it is your SDC. So we're also going to add that volume. Click on the block devices. Now click on SDC. and just click on create. Now click on add volumes. So now there are two physical volumes like SDB and SDC1, right? So now put the volume group name. Like I'm just going to create the wall group 1. Now select physical volumes to add. So I am selecting both of these volumes. Add volume group. Now view members. Click here. So in this volume group 1, which is of size 104.84 GB and allocated as 0 bytes. So we haven't allocated any kind of space from this volume group 1. So the same size is free, that is 104.84 GB is free, still free. And view member physical volumes. So we have added SDB1 and SDC1 into this volume group 1. So click here. Now go to manage volumes. Okay, volumes in the volume group, so no more volumes are there. So now what we have to do, so from this volume group we are going to cut volumes, and then now we are going to cut volumes. Add volumes. So now from this volume group 1, I'm just going to create volume. So one volume I'm just going to give to the production machines. So prod vol volume for production, and I'm just going to give 50 GB. So let's calculate how much is 50 GB. So put 1024. 1024 means 1 GB, and multiply it by 50. 51 200. So just write here 51 200. Now file system slash volume type. So this is very much important. So here XFS is there. Now select here, because your iSCSI and your fiber channel volumes, or say storage, so it is a block type. So here we are going to, because your iSCSI it is a block type storage, so we have to select here block. Now create it. So it is just there. Fine enough. Now add volume. So one for test machines or development environment. So dev slash volume. So volume for development. So just give the 30 GB. Use the calculator. Just put 1024 means 1 GB into multiply by 30. So it is 30 720. 30 720. So block size. Now create. Now still we have 24% free. So prod volume, it is taking up 48%, and your dev volume, it is taking up 29%. So we are free with 24%. So fine enough. Now go to iSCSI targets. So choose the target IQN. So IQN, so basically your IQN, in the previous lecture we have already discussed that there are some kinds of names which are given or provided by the storage device to the SXI host for the iSCSI storage, to access the iSCSI storage. So my SXI host, it is going to fetch this kind of IQN number to get all the volumes. So now first of all we are just going to give the LUN numbers. So now go to block devices. In the block device you will get the physical volumes of these. Now manage volume. Okay, good. Volume groups. SCSI targets. LUN mapping. No LUNs are there. Add volumes. Okay. Manage volumes. Volume groups. Add volumes. So everything is fine enough. 24% still free. SCSI targets. So add here. So now we have created here one iSCSI target. So this target name is 02070. So just remember 2070. LUN mapping. Now see, we have got two volumes, like your prod volume and dev volume. So just click on the map. Now your prod volume, it has been mapped to the LUN ID 0. Again click on the map for the second volume, that is your dev volume. So this volume, it has been mapped to the LUN ID 1. Now further we have to map these LUN IDs, means your 0, LUN 0 and LUN 1, onto the IQN number. For that, just go to the target configuration. This is the your IQN 2070. Okay. LUN mapping. Now these LUN IDs, they are already mapped to the IQN number 2070. So it's good enough. So whenever we are just going to fetch this kind of storage from the SXI host, then we will be presented by this IQN number. So IQN number, it is showing the date, and then showing the host name, and then there is some random number TSN like this. So IQN, so it's IQN, your iSCSI qualified naming or name. Then this is the date, and .com .open file, it is a host name, right? So we have done with the configuration over here. So we have get the prod volume and dev volume, and we have mapped it to the learn 0 and learn 1, and both the learns they have been mapped to the your IQ number 2070. It's good enough. So now we have to go to the SXI host, and then from there we can access this IQ number, and further we will get the learn ID 0 and 1 over there. And from these learn IDs we are just going to create the data stores having the VMFS file system, and onto that data store we are just going to create our VMTKs. Means whenever we are going to create the virtual machines, then the virtual machines hard disk means your VMTK, so that will be present on the on this kind of data store. So thanks for watching this lecture.